Hey, and welcome to A Game for Your Thoughts. Today we're talking about Animal Crossing's New Horizon. So, Animal Crossing New Horizons is the newest game on the Switch. It's the newest Animal Crossing game in the series. I've played the original one. That's kind of about it for my Animal Crossing experience. So, I was really excited to dive back into Animal Crossing in New Horizons. It was really exciting. I was really excited for it. I wasn't exactly necessarily planning on getting it, but then, kind of with all this shenanigans going on, I was like, this is the perfect time to get this game, and this is the perfect game for this terrible time. So, Animal Crossing New Horizons, if you're not familiar with what it is, it's a life simulator game. You're just thrown onto this island and you have to just live on this island and create a village, meet new friends, fun little animal characters, and it's just all really fun. The biggest thing is consists of you going around collecting resources, getting money so you can increase your house size, pay off your debts from Tom Nook, and just crazy things like that. It's a very just relaxed game. It's very chill, and it's something you can spend the rest of your life playing. So, like, story-wise, there's really not much to talk about. I mean, that's the basis of the story. You get on this island, you're paying off Tom Nook, you're working with other animals to just build up this island. I created a fun little island on my own. I was really excited to dive into it, but then I ran into the biggest problem, which I'm going to spend most of this video talking about. So I started playing my game. I was so excited. My wife was like, "Oh, I can't wait to try it out too." And we are like thinking like, "Oh, great. She can start her own island. I can have my own island, and then we can have one that we can just kind of share together." It was going to be like this cool like little plan. We'd have all our fun little islands. And so I started my island, and I got a few hours into it, and then she was like, "Okay, cool. I'm ready to play." And I'm like, "Great. Let's get you an island started, or let's start one together." And she starts up the game, and they're like, "Great. Welcome to this island." And I was like, "Wait a minute. That's the name of my island. That's kind of weird." And she's like, "Yeah, that's really bizarre." And I was like, "Are they like sending you to my island?" I was like, "What's going on?" So I started doing some research on Google, looking up stuff, and turns out you can only have one island per Nintendo Switch console. And we were looking at this and we're like, okay, that's a little weird. And I was like, that seems like a really poor design choice. And I was like, well, let me do some more research. So I started looking into it a little bit more. And yeah, sure enough, you can only have one island per Nintendo Switch console. And we were both very bummed out because we're like, wow, that just completely ruins it for basically her. She doesn't have the experience of starting the island. She wasn't there when I started my island because I was thinking it was going to be my island and I named it and everything. So she had no choice in that. And now she's kind of a secondary person on this island that we now have together. We cannot make our own islands. We can't start our own adventure. We can't name something our own and have it laid out how we want. I mean, it's fine working together. I love this. Has been an awesome way to spend time with my wife, but just that we can't do it on our own. She can't take it to work with her and work on it, especially since she's the secondary resident. Since I started the island, her experience is basically ruined. And it was quite a bummer. We were both super bummed out, and that's the biggest problem about this game is the one island per Switch limitation. I was like, oh, the Switch can handle it. I mean, the GameCube comes with separate, it has its own memory card for the game. So I was like, oh, the Switch can freaking play The Witcher and like all these crazy big games. And I'm like, it can handle Animal Crossing. But no, you can only have one island per Switch, and it sucks. It was literally my least favorite thing about the game. And it is probably my biggest and only best complaint I can think of about this game. Everything else in this game is amazing. I love this game. I mean, we've spent like 60 hours on it in the last week. I've really enjoyed my time with the game. I've loved going around collecting the resources. The crafting is a lot of fun. I love exploring the islands. There's just so much to do, so much to keep you busy, and the customization is just out of this world. But limiting it to one island per Switch just ruined it for my wife. She can't have that experience anymore. We can't have the experience of having our own islands, and which sucks. And for people at home that are like, this is the stupidest complaint ever. Well, I understand. Maybe because you're the only one playing on that Switch. I was talking to my buddy and he's like, well, that sucks. But he's the only one that plays on that Switch, so he doesn't have that problem. What about all those other families too that have like one Switch and they're like, oh, cool, I can start my own Smash Bros. Game because I have my own account. Not on Animal Crossing. Whoever started that game first, they're the king of that island. They run it, and everyone else is just secondary. And it was a big bummer, and it sucks. And this local co-op is literally my biggest complaint about this game. Everything else is spectacular. Like I said, I love everything else. It's so great. But this local co-op is severely limited. It's severely hindered by the one island system, and then whoever's not in charge, there's like a leader system. Whoever's not in charge is kind of just there. I mean, we just run around and we'll switch off fishing, but whatever I catch or whoever's not in charge, it just goes in this box, and we have to go to the box and get it out and then go and trade it. And just whoever's not the leader is kind of just there. They're kind of just there. And it's still fun. It's still enjoyable. You can still do some things, but you're severely limited on what you can do. And it's just a big problem I have. I don't know the best solution for this. Maybe they'll just patch it in. I'm not going to go buy another $300 Switch I mean, even 3 of them, so that, like, I can have my island, she can have her island, and then we can have our joint island, like what we planned. I'm not going to go buy 3 Switches. Who's going to do that? I'm not going to do that. I don't have that much money. And so it just severely limits the experience for both of us. And it's fine. Like I said, we still spent 60 hours. We love this game. We play it all the time. It's all we talk about. And it's great. It's just the only complaint I have is this island system. I would love for them to patch it in, be able to make you have more islands, even if they decrease the island size a little bit for memory space. I understand memory space is probably a big problem. I wouldn't mind having a little bit of a smaller island for the fact that I could have as many islands as I wanted on one Switch. I feel like that's great. I mean, now I can't play this game on stream. I can't do anything with it outside of what me and my wife do just because there's one island system, and I can't start over. I can't do something different. It just really severely limits this experience. So I don't want to make a big complaint like this and not really come up with a solution. I would love to suggest ideas, not that it really matters, but I don't feel like I can complain about something and not offer a solution or an idea. Like I said, my biggest thing would be maybe even decrease the island size so you can fit more memory space on a Switch. Or just make it so that everyone can have their own islands. I would just really like this. It would just make this experience so much better. And maybe even the co-op, the local co-op on same shared islands, make it a little bit more accessible for the person that's not the leader. The other person, like I said, they're severely limited on what they can do. If they could do a little bit more, it would be great. I mean, it's all about co-op and working together, so I feel like if you're like, hey, let me check my inventory real quick, the other person who's in charge is going to be like, no, you can't check your inventory. How dare you? It's like, what? It's a co-op game, of course. Like, be like, hey, babe, I need to check something on my inventory. Is that okay? She's like, yeah, go for it. Open up my inventory, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I do have a fishing rod. All right, okay, keep going. It takes like 2 seconds. And I can't do that. I can't access my phone and do the Nook Miles. I can't do anything when I'm the second player. And it's super easy to switch. That's not a problem. I love the idea of just being able to shake the controller and then it passes to the next person. That's not a problem at all. But for just me and my wife, that's not too bad. But imagine if you had like 4 people all on the same Switch and all of a sudden 4 people are trying to run around on the same island. That's shenanigans. I mean, even the 2 of us, like, you get so bored with 4 people. Just they're so limited and there is really only so much to do on these islands that just you either need more resources to accommodate for more people or just give the second, like the not follower people, more stuff to do. I think that would be a fantastic idea that could really elevate the local co-op experience. So really, in the end, this single island per Switch thing is my biggest and only complaint about this game. The local co-op is a fantastic idea. Like I said, my wife and I, we've spent so much time. This has been a fantastic way for us to spend time with each other. It's amazing. It's been incredible. But just severely limiting the co-op has been a big bummer for both of us. It's seriously our only biggest complaint. I love everything else. I've enjoyed this game to the fullest. I just spend all my time playing it. When I'm not doing something else or whatever, we're playing Animal Crossing. Like I said, we spent like 60 hours in 1 week. I don't know what other game I put 60 hours in 1 weekend. It's an amazing experience that I love. It's just this single island shenanigans is something I'm not a big fan of. And I would love to see it patched. If they patch that out, if they fix the local co-op, this game is perfect. I would love this game to just the core. It would be the perfect Animal Crossing experience all across the board. Just this one island thing just really hinders the experience. I would love to see them fix it. Beyond that, would you want a recommendation from me? Absolutely. Go and check out Animal Crossing New Horizons. You're going to have so much fun. I mean, there's so much shenanigans going on that this is a great game to kind of just escape. Just take a step back and then live in a world where there's not problems. Your biggest problem is going to be those damn tarantulas. They're so annoying. But just, it's a fantastic game that I highly recommend to anyone. At least give it a shot. If you're like, this is boring, then that's fine. At least you tried it. I appreciate that. But in the end, Animal Crossing New Horizons, great game, great experience. I love the crafting. I love all the customization. It's out of this world customization. It's just a really fantastic experience, minus the single island shenanigans. So hopefully we get a solution for that soon. And if you're watching this in the future and they fixed it, that's great. I love it. I can't wait. And I really hope they do end up fixing it. If not, then I just guess I'll have this complaint forever. But I'm still going to love this game to death, and that's fine. Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed kind of hearing my thoughts, maybe some solutions. And if you're having the same problem too, kind of let me know of your experience. I mean, maybe it doesn't bother you at all. Maybe you're like, oh, this is fine. I mean, I got over it. I'm not like super upset about it, but it's just definitely a big glaring issue that I think needed to be addressed, that I really wanted to express to people who maybe just don't even know that this exists because they only have a 1 person per Switch situation that it just doesn't affect them at all. And that's great. I'm glad you have that, because then you can enjoy this game without any problems. So, in the end, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you had some similar thoughts as me, but if not, let me know. What did you think? Are you thinking I'm just being stupid and ridiculous? Let me know. But also, while you're down there, if you want to hit like, subscribe, and the bell to get notified every time I post a new video, that would be awesome. And if you want to go over and check me out on twitch.tv/agameforyourthoughts, I'm streaming there all the time. I'd love to see you there. So, thank you so much for watching the video, and we'll catch you next time on A Game for Your Thoughts.